You know, talking about Ibaka, last season was good for his growth. I mean, he got a taste of what it's like to be the first or second scoring option rather than an afterthought. Now it's up to him to take that experience and convert it into improvement.
Dion Waiters checked in for Kevin Durant. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Shoots it, and it's Jordan, that time on the assist by Rose. Jordan's got 16 points here in the second half. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
Yeah, defensively, some really good pressure being applied, though, so you've got to give credit there. It seems like they've been rattled a little bit.
Greg, you think they've been rattled?
They have, Kevin, but that's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Cannot hit, and the Thunder going the other way now. Waiters dishes to Payne. With the teardrop, and it's good on the layup.
And guys, I was a bit worried, but now we all know the rim doesn't have a lid on it.
Yeah, you could actually feel the tightness and tenseness with each miss. I'm actually glad to see they got that first one out of the way.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
There's 1:54 left here in the third quarter. They double him with Jordan. Shot clock at 6. Payne in the post. He's against Jordan. It's deflected, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Portis, he's checked in for Chicago. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Mitch McGary's checked in for Adams. Baca comes in for Nick Collison. Singler, he's checked in for Payne. And Anthony Morrow subbed in for Randy Ford.
And that's his M.O. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Ibaka. A very nice season for him last year. Came in about 14 points per, 7 rebounds, and almost 2.5 blocks. And the intimidation factor that he possesses with his shot blocking and rim presence, really the backbone of their defense.
Yeah, you know, he's protecting the rim like it's his family. I mean, don't even think about going in there.
Roberson, he's checked in for the Thunder. Here's Jordan. Again, Chicago.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
They double him with Jordan.
That's a jump ball.
So it's Chicago now. Thunder have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. From deep three-point range, it's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 10 assists here tonight. So active. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Chicago.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Clearly a mental lapse and at an inopportune time.
Yeah, that's a terrible mistake, Greg, to make it any time, but it's really exacerbated when you make it at this time.
Chicago making a switch here. Mirotic is checked in, and a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Kanter's checked in. Now here's Jordan. Non-stop scoring machine here.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
Now the pass to Mirotic. From past the arc, and Roberson pulls it down. It's Morrow atop the key. And again, unable to change momentum here. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's Chicago running away with this one.
More levels, more devils.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything.
On your face forward, no good reason at all. We in the
Now here's Durant. Brooks is out there with Etuan Moore. Then there's Nikola Mirotic. And there's Dunleavy. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And Chicago shooting has been wild. 76%. That's just unbelievable. And here's Jordan outside. That's good. Jordan's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Chicago. Westbrook kicks to McGarry. They double him with Jordan. That's tipped and stolen by Mirotic. Lets it go. And it's Jordan. That time on the assist from Mirotic. Mirotic has got 3 assists tonight.
And a nice 1-2 punch there, guys. Great defensive play and great basket in transition.
Aggressive play, attacking basketball, on the attack, full throttle. I love it.
And Jordan gets it to go.
No hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
Fast breaks yield easy buckets, guys. They've made the most of their chances in that regard. The defense not able to get set. You get a running start to the rim, you should get a good number of scoring chances that way.
Got a piece of it. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. Another one falls for Chicago.
3 straight hoops in transition now. They'll want to end that trend in a hurry.
Yeah, no excuse for giving up the easy fast break baskets like they have. They've got to do a better job of engaging there.
And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And the Thunder with some changes. Adams, he's checked in for McGarry. Collison comes in for Waiters. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Jordan with it. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
And guys, more and more, we're seeing the league try to protect the health of the players. I mean, you see the evidence on the court. Over the last 5 years, the league has cut down the number of cameramen along the baselines in half, giving these great athletes a little more runway to land safely.
McDermott's checked in for Chicago. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
They just can't miss. Everything they put up, it seems, goes in.
Sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. They are certainly the bugs tonight. Nothing going their way.
And I'm not even sure that I'd want to be the windshield.
No, maybe the windshield wiper.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. Payne passes to Collison. Moore with the steal. Stolen by Durant. And it's Foy missing.
Yeah, the offense seems completely in disarray.
Exactly. But at the other end, it's one bucket after the other. This run is getting out of hand right now.
And it's Etuan Moore with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And the Executive of the Year award is an odd one. I mean, giving yearly to the executive that was deemed to have had the best year with their roster, that is perhaps the hardest thing to evaluate.
Jordan, he's checked in for Etuan Moore. And then for Oklahoma City, Singler comes in for Kevin Durant. And Anthony Morrow subbed in for Randy Ford.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. And for the Executive of the Year award, it's hard to evaluate because for GMs, Clark, it takes years of moves to reach a certain point.
Yeah, it's an annual award, but it's awarded for years of decisions, if that makes any sense. One big signing or trade isn't quite enough to win the award.
It's deflected, but they'll get another chance. Right side, Collison. Just 5 to shoot. Singler dishes to Collison. To halt the run, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. For Chicago, they've gotten all 8 of their shots in the fourth quarter to drop. Truly remarkable. The shot's good from Jordan.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Yeah, and Greg, you know the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shoot out this team.
Now here's Payne. D right on him.
Well, this is nothing new. There is some debate on how successful max contracts have been in the NBA. A lot of players have demanded max contract money but haven't lived up to the pay. And in my opinion, there are only about 15 guys worthy of max contracts in the league in any given year.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Chicago.
But, Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out, Clark, this kind of punishment to
Well,
him.
you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Yeah, and Greg, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second. Meeting knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Jordan. You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
Well, we were talking about max contracts. There are arguments to their benefits. Commissioner Adam Silver said last year that he feels they help with parity. What do you think?
You know, for the most part, I do believe he's correct. I mean, they do help with parity. For guys like LeBron and Durant, let's face it, the big max contract can be a hindrance. They're probably considered to be worth far more than they're paid. But it's going to be something that is debated back and forth throughout the next negotiations for the CBA.
And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, exactly. They got to be happy with the outcome here.
Elated, you're right. And Voigt kicks to Payne. And stolen by Jordan. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
Yeah, they were the superior team in every department, in every category to me, Kevin. I know their fans loved it and appreciated it.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. Now time to head over to the studio where the award-winning Ernie Johnson is with Shaq and Kenny, all standing by. Guys, take it away.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Ernie Johnson again, folks, alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Time now to take a quick peek at our Jordan Player of the Game. An absolutely astounding and historic night for him here in this game. He was simply unstoppable in what can only be described as a masterful performance.
He was completely on a different level tonight, and his insane point total tells us that. Trust me, it's not easy to get that many points in this league, but he had their number tonight, and the coach did a great job of continuing running plays for him.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.